Hey. Gracious good morning, good people. It's your girl KB. You know what I do, and you know why I do it. It is Friday, May 31st, and it is 4:21 in the a.m. I want to share something with you. And keep this real raw, emphasis on the raw, at 100. And I just want to give you some real talk for a faith walk. Isn't that my whole spiel? Real talk for a faith walk. Okay, so for you sensitive folks, I'm apologizing ahead of time. But here we go. You ever feel yourself just kind of losing, I won't say losing your tolerance and your grip on tolerance in certain situations where somebody's telling you something about you and they're spot on, but you're getting upset, and then you find yourself, before you know it, holding up your standard with this declaration. Here we go. You ready? I'm a grown ass done. Yes, I said it. Okay. I remember being in the building and feeling myself. Remember I said I had a soundtrack for everything. And my mother was on me. My mother was on me. And finally, you define that particular kind of situation and that stress and that what at the time seemed like nagging, but again, she was spot on, and I didn't like it because she was spot on and she was calling me out and holding me accountable. So my defense was the very childish, I'm a grown blah blah blah. I no longer live under your roof. Yeah, it went there. And in hindsight, after the big brouhaha, in hindsight, I was able to realize, hey, not only am I out of pocket, Mom is right. Mom is calling me on my stuff. And no, I did not live under her roof, but I grew up under her standard. So what am I saying? I allowed pride to get me all swollen and hyped up and disobedient and ignored the standard. I want us to think about how we ignore God's standard and how we make that declaration to God on a continual basis. I'm a grown, so God, no, I don't have to listen to your word. And I'm going to say I adhere to your standard, but I really don't. Can we get to a place where we can acknowledge that? Can we get to a place where we're childish and say, I'm a grown this, but in reality, and this is, what was funny was this is where the teaching, for the people that I mentor, this is where the teaching came from in this particular instance. I learned that in that moment, the minute you say that you're a grown blank, whatever, is the minute you should wake up and realize that you're not. Because if you're that grown, being grown will bring you to a place of humility. Being grown will give you the ability to apologize. Being grown will give you the ability to accept the truth and to make changes. Being grown will give you the motivation to change with the right heart for the right reasons. Being grown will give you the ability to apologize, to go back, to make amends, to be accountable, and again, to adhere to God's standard. That's what being grown does. So any other noise that you're making, it's playtime in kindergarten.